Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another Facebook Live. Can you believe a week has gone already? I am absolutely amazed of where it's all gone. It's unbelievable. Now I need to just make sure that I have gone live in the right place, and we will do that. Yes, there I am, which is great, and I've got everything where I am, and that's good. Sound is off. So how are we all today? I mean, I've had an amazing weekend. Our team got together with the amazing Michael Katanar from Michael's Card Art, and we had an amazing time. Knowledge of colour far exceeds me, and trust the process is something I'm probably not very good at, but he certainly did so, and we got there, and wow, it was a great day. So I hope you've all had a great weekend and that you've all had a great time. We had it very hot here on Saturday. Well, much better on Sunday, but you know, hot to sleep makes it hard. But the news I've got for you is that we have got this week till Friday left of our Sale-a-bration sale. So not much time. And if you'd like to join my team and get the amazing offer, which I'll show you in a moment, now this is a great time. Join up this week. Give me a call. I can explain it all to you. Just remember, you can join, and if you decide, no, I don't want to go anymore, I'm leaving, that's it. And I'm not going to say anything, nor is anyone else. So definitely go that way. I'll flip the camera around and you can have a look and see where we're going. So just bear with me, because Facebook keep changing things, and one of the things that they've changed is how everything sets up. I used to be able to set this up beforehand and see where I was at, and not anymore. But anyway, we will get there. Right. Myself comfortable. Okay, as I said, last 5 days of celebration, if I count today, 5 days. So our celebration catalogue with all these absolutely amazing, wonderful little goodies that you can receive with every purchase of $100. Hi Jacinta, fine, I know you're working, I'll catch you later. So there's lots of stamp sets, there's ribbon, you don't want to miss the ribbon, and there's adhesive back gems, all little hidden ones there, but there is so much in here. And then we have 2 bundles that are for purchases of $200. Our heart-shaped bundle, which has been my favourite, and I'm going to be using this again today. Absolutely love this bundle, and it's one that's going to sit in my cupboard and will be used quite frequently. And then we have these corner blooms, which is lovely if you love colouring in, and also I think they're brilliant for scrapbooking. But then Stampin' Up have outdone themselves. That was around during January, but then February they introduced products, again, some stamp sets that are current, a die set that's current, a die set that we have a stamp set to, you know, like all these beautiful things that you can get. Another kit, or 2 kits, and some punches. Again, these are all for $100. So it's a great purchase. And as I said, joining is a great time now. We have a joining offer. You'll still pay the normal $169, but this time, apart from getting your $235 worth of products, you have a choice of 2 options. And option 1 is a stamp set and 2 sets of Stampin' Right markers. And our Stampin' Right markers are these. Absolutely great. I don't have enough of them. I wish I had more. So they're a brilliant one to get. There are 4 different packs and you can choose 2 of them. And each pack's worth $62.50. So it's a great, great bargain. And no one can purchase the stamp set. That's solely yours. The option 2, if you don't want any of those, you can then choose a further $51 worth of products. So that's $286 worth of products for $169, or $397 worth for $169. And the world of Stampin' Up is amazing, and the people you meet are amazing. And yeah, it's just such a great offer. So don't forget, if you're wanting to purchase, you can go to my online store. You can purchase to make up your $100. You can purchase anything from our current mini catalogue, our annual catalogue, or any of the products that are in our online store. So don't think that you're bound to just one catalogue or anything like that. You can choose any products, and that will get you, as long as you have your $235 worth. So get rid of those out of the way. Oh. I was hoping that my order would have arrived, because with what I'm doing today, I need the adhesive sheets. When I was getting ready for today, I'll just get everything out of the way. That was my piece of adhesive sheet that I had left. That is bad. And I know I've ordered it. Well, fingers crossed that I've ordered it, because I thought I ordered something else and only found out that I haven't. And so that was the way it's going to go. So I didn't cut anything like I would normally prep most of it, but I've left a lot of it. So I'll leave that to the side. So I've got a piece of Berry Burst cardstock, 21 centimetres by 14.9, and I have scored that at 10.5. So I'm going to fold that over, making sure that my corners meet, and then bring that beautifully down. I've then got 2 pieces of white, 10 centimetres by 14.4. One's for the inside, one's for the outside. Then I'm going to cut out the beautiful hearts that are in our heart-shaped bundle. So this is our heart-shaped bundle, and this is the beautiful die cut from it. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to cut from the pink 3 hearts, and I'm also going to use this label, and I'm going to cut that out, and you'll see why. So I'll just leave those. I'll pop that out of the way. Grab my, see if it'll fit. Hope these will fit in the mini. Just a smidgen a bit big. That's okay. The mini cut and emboss machine can only take a certain size paper, so about 9 centimetres wide. So I'm going to come back with my large one. Hello, Lucia. How are you going? Are you ready for on stage yet? You don't realise 2 weeks away. I can't believe it, that it's going to be here before we know it. I'm so looking forward to it. I've got most of my swaps cut out, ready to do. And my intentions were that if I don't get them done, I can probably put them together on the plane. Hopefully. But my aim is to have them all done. So I'm going to cut 3 hearts out of this bubble bath cardstock. So I'll just get these three out. Please, when you take them out, be very gentle because it is extremely fine and beautiful filigree. So I'm going to take waste not, want not paper. So we'll cut these three out. Oh, you've got your swaps. Well, you've done well. Have you got your white outfit? I finally found something yesterday because I might wear a white top, but not very often because me and white do not mix. So I've managed to get a white top. So who knows how that's going to turn out. It'll be a very interesting night, that's for sure. So there's heart number 2. Heart number 3 out. As you can see, I'm trying to make use of the paper the best possible way I can. You've got the white top too. Yeah, well, I found some white pants. A little bit see-through for my liking, but they will have to do because I got tired of looking for white pants. The worst part when I was looking was the tops and the bottoms, even though they're both, some of them are both white, when you put them together, the white looks cream. Okay, what did I do with it? There it is. Always where I least expect it to be. I'm just going to, oh, look at that. I could do that in one sheet of paper. I thought I might have to use 2. Look at that. Will that make it nicely? Just as long as I can see that there's no die cut sticking out. Put it on the right plate, it might help. Yeah, it's matching the whites that are going to be the problem. It'll be interesting how many people do use the full white outfit. Okay, like that. Now I can put this away. We don't need it anymore. Okay, so I've got 3 hearts here. Turn up the fluff I picked up. So I'm going to use my silicone mat. And what I want to do is I'm going to put my hearts together. And I'm just going to look in here. At the bottom here, there's 2, I don't know if you can see it. I might zoom in a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. So hopefully that will work. So as you can see here, there's these 2 flowers and they match up with the flowers in here. So I'm going to take our fine tip glue pen. This is a clear glue and it's perfect for doing small jobs. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, and I mean a little because we don't want a lot of glue, just on these leaves here where they're going to match. And then I'm just going to glue those 2 together. Just hold that in place to make sure it works. And then, because I'm going to try and make a butterfly for you, I need to glue this piece, and this piece will go in here as well. So I'm going to look around, see where I can join those pieces, which is just under that leaf. And I can use the points there, a little point there, and then down here. So I'll just do the top bit. This is where the silicone mat comes in very, very handy. I remember my pieces. I just told you the pieces, didn't I? Those two. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on there. I'm only going to adhere that piece for the moment so I can remember which the other pieces were, because I don't want to put glue and then find I've got glue everywhere but where I need them. I'm going to pop that on there. Now, this card was inspired by Jay Serrano, and Jay does some amazing work. Just going to glue that together. Hold that down. When Jay did it, he only glued the middle and left the flaps, and I didn't like that myself personally, because my thoughts were, oops, how am I going to mail that? A bit of glue down here. Put that in place. Hold that down. As you can see, there is going to be my butterfly. And so we will put the butterfly on our white cardstock like so. And we will glue that down so it's nice and flat. But before I do that, I'm going to let that dry properly. I'll just take you back out again. Oops. So you can see what's going on. There we go. Let it mat away. So while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to get some Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to use the Lost Lagoon, and this is the heart in the stamp. A beautiful, delicate heart. And I'm only going to use this little section here, so I don't really need to ink the whole thing up. So I said I'll be really sad when this set's gone, because I really do love it. So I'm just going to go in the corner and stamp in the corner of each piece. Just taking the centre of the heart into the corner of the paper. And popping it down. I'll give that a wipe, and I'm going to get my centerpiece and repeat the same process for the center, for the insert. So pop that in place. And I'll give that a wipe again, because we don't. I get enough ink over me without having to wear ink. Okay, we'll close that up. So we have our two pieces here. So one will be your insert. So if you just take your card, you can pop that just sitting in there for now. And the other will be the front of your card. So this is where we're going to put the heart, or the hearts, that beautiful butterfly effect. So now I'm going to take my silicone mat once again. I'm going to flip it over. And I'm again using the fine tip glue. And I'm just going to put small dots of glue where it is. Now, because I didn't have the adhesive sheets, I honestly can't tell you how adhesive sheets would have gone with this, because probably having it completely unstuck and trying to centre the middle may be tricky. So I'm not sure. It's something I'll have to try later when my order turns up. It was supposed to be here Friday, but for some reason it didn't arrive. So hopefully it will turn up. But then today I had a look and it said it's coming today, so who knows? It must have got delayed somewhere. But just get onto all the little leaves and just pop these together. Letting the glue go on. And I will give the glue a few minutes to... Yeah, Jacinta, that's what I think. Even though, like, I don't have the adhesive sheet, I do think that doing this would have been quite tricky with the adhesive sheets. Whoops. Be very careful if you get an air bubble of glue. You don't want that. Yeah, because getting that effect. It's tedious doing this, but when you see, I've got a couple of samples, I still think it's worth it. It's a lovely, effective work, and you could use this for any for a wedding card, which is my theory on it. You could go all white if you were going to, or if you know the bridal colours, you can pick up the colours. And often when wedding invitations and that come out, you get an idea of the colour by what they've chosen. And here they are. I thought my tweezers went walkabout. I've had fun and games looking for the dies for the delicate wishes. Looking for something else today. I must have been so smart and cleaned up straight away and put them where they belonged. Not expecting them to be there because I'd only used them a day or so before. So I spent all the time looking. I'm just going to use the tweezers and I'm going to pick it up and very gently, really need to be careful with this so that it goes where you want it straight away. I'm going to just let the glue go down. Now in a couple of spots the glue's gone a little bit mucky, but what I have found works. I've got a couple of embossing buddies, so I'm just going to take this and gently tap over it. And what that does will take all the adhesive away and it won't stick anywhere, which is what I want. So this is our, what would you call it, Joe? This is going to be our body of, I just didn't think, the body of the butterfly. So for this, just give it a slight little bend. Just use it in your fingers. We don't want it strongly bent, just a little bit. And then I'm going to get my mini adhesives, mini dimensionals, and I'm just going to put, not too close to the top, just pop a few in there to have it hold. Hope I'm on screen. Please just let me know if I'm not, because I must have a favourite area to craft comfortably, and I seem to move down there all the time. I wish I had a beam, you know, like they have at tennis, you know, that if it's gone out, it goes beep. It can let me know when I'm out of screen. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Whoops. And we'll pop that like so. Make sure it is straight before you press it down. What do you think of it so far? So then I've got this, our amazing gold thread. And I'm just going to take a small piece. I'm going to trim it later. I'll just... Oh, my scissors must have a bit of glue or something on it. So I'm going to take like that. I'm not going to worry if it's... I can trim this down if need be. So I'm going to get my dimensionals, which I had here before. And I'm going to take the dimension, put this on the dimensional. And I'm going to lift that up. And I want to just tuck it. Let me take my... This is not what I wanted you to do. Okay, it's twisted itself around, which doesn't matter. So I'm going to take this and just lift the front of my butterfly's body, and I'm just going to adhere the glue down. Here, the ribbon, the glue. What do I call it glue for? Oh, good on you, John. Come to my place. I don't like the lag either that I get. It really sort of annoys me a little bit that there's a bit of a lag. So if you manipulate your gold thread, it should, and I'm going to use a different pair of scissors to trim this a bit. Just going to trim that around. Probably should have used these in the first place. Get rid of those. And I'm just going to try and get this to twist like antennas. Look at that. It's done exactly what I wanted to do. Now, if you're unsure of it, I would suggest you pop a little glue dot behind it, like half a glue dot. That would do the same. So what I'll do now is I will glue my base down. What do I keep calling it a base? It's an insert. I'm just going to put a little bit in here. Now, if you wanted to put a sentiment of any sort relating to whatever you're using it for, you can stamp that before you put the card in. But because I'm only going to use a single word, that I feel that I don't need it. So I'm just going to lay this flat. And that's just going to go over the top, like so. What do you think so far? Now what I want to do is I have got to take the Wanted to Say dies, and it's got like Happy Birthday and Celebrate, and I like the idea that it's got the two words that can be mixed and matched and give you those layers. So this is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to use a piece of Lost Lagoon as my background piece. And then I'm going to use Berry Burst, which was my base colour. Whoops, I've switched them around. Whoops. Hopefully I didn't cut that too short. No, I didn't, thank goodness. And then from here, I'm going to take a piece for the word. This is the piece. I'm going to use this lovely little piece of paper that I've got left. I cannot believe that this is all I've got. I knew I was low, but I didn't think I'd use that much of it. They're a handy tool to have in your kit. Much easier than trying to stick down. So I rolled the edge a little bit, and because I'm down to the last little scrap, I haven't got a gap to start it. So I've cut that. I'll pop that down. And I'll get my mini cut and emboss machine. And we will... Now I use the grey plate, which is plate 3, and 2 clear plates, plates number 2. So I should be able to do this in one pass. I'll take those. Don't move on me. Okay, wants to be that way. So I'll run it through, but then I'll also come back because I have got the adhesive sheet under this piece and I want to make sure that it has cut properly. Move that out of the way. Very, very gently remove the backing and try and leave your piece in the die. And we'll just take out little pieces that need to come out. Get them all there. It's looking to see where the right hole is to take out the right piece because I want to leave it in the die. So a way that I found that works for me, and it may not work for you, is I then I get the backing and I try to keep it in its spot. No, that's not playing nice, is it? Okay. Keep it in its spot. And then gently lift that off. And because it stretches, that is not going to play good today. Because it stretches, it doesn't help. It's so delicate. Okay, so now I've got that in place. I'm going to lay that down. And then I'm going to take my other piece. Very carefully line the two of them up over the top. And when I've got it right, I press down. And then I can take this off. It should lift, and it's not going to do it today. Normally, so I might just give a little bit of a helping hand, just taking my, take your pick tool to get them to stay where I want them to stay. When I was doing it with the wishes from the daisy one, it worked really well. That worked exactly the way I wanted it to work. Just took a little bit of prodding to make sure it was in place. So this is a great tip to make sure that you've got this lined up perfectly for what you need in your setting up, and it stops it from moving and it stops it from being stretched. So I want to put this now over the top, and I felt that this needed to be a different colour than the other, and I've chosen the Lost Lagoon and the Berry Burst, and I think I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to take some, so I know not to put around where the E and the B is any dimensionals. I'm going to take some dimensionals, got a couple of close ones there. Pop those there. And I'm going to take the half one. I'm just going to cut that one in half. And that will work perfectly for around the C. Just popping it there. And take the other half and I'll pop that. Or you can use a strip from there. But just make sure that it's not showing underneath when you do it. So I'm going to remove those backs. If you hang around to the end, I will show you what we did with Michael, because I was so pleased with what I did. Just put a bit of glue in the middle. And I'm going to line that up about the middle of the butterfly. Just line that up, and please be straight. There we go. Don't try it, Anita, you might wreck it. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to decide on some gems. So I was looking either at the iridescent rhinestones, but I'm swaying towards these. You let me know what you think. Thank you, Nicole. I'm glad that you... Look, it works for me, just putting the two pieces together, because when you've got the dies and you line them up, you can see, even with the dies, you can see where the smaller, finer one sits on the inside. And it just, for me personally, I got sick of wrecking them, and it really works well. So I'm glad I've taught you something. Okay, what do you think? I'm swinging towards these pink because I think these pink sequins pick up the colour of the background. So how about you let me know what you think, whether it's the pink sequins or the iridescent gems. I might just give it a few minutes because it's often a bit slow. I'll bring it back down a bit. Maybe I haven't got it in view for you, so you can't tell which belongs to which. That gives me time to have a mouthful of coffee. Pink sequins, Nicole? That's the way I was thinking too. I just think it'll bring out the background more. So pink sequins, we will go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a large one inside the wing, each side. Some butterflies have eyes. And then I'm going to take some fine ones and I'm just going to pop them around. Just take, so we've got 4, 5, got to have an uneven number, 6, now the 7th one, where am I going to put the 7th one? Right in the middle there. I didn't like it. So there we go. There is our card today. It's a simple card, but I think it's stunning. Now, if it's a wedding card, you can then put your greeting with regards to the wedding. If it's a engagement card, again, put your engagement message in there. If it's a birthday card or an anniversary card, it will go with all of them. So my first attempt, I thought I'll use paper. When I did the first attempt, I grabbed some designer series paper and I cut the paper up and I used it again for the Celebrate. And I used twine and tied a little knot. And I wasn't 100% happy with this, and I need more sequins on there, which I haven't done. It looks a bit lost with the sequins. And I did put the hearts a bit wider. I didn't spread them a little bit. But then I had another go and I spread them a little bit more, and I did prefer it a lot better. And the only thing I haven't done with the card is we cannot have a card without some Wink of Stella. So just going to tap it over the card. To give it a bit of glitter. I've got hair everywhere. I don't know, it must be molting again. See, gosh. My hair's been playing up the last few days and it won't do what it's want to do, so it's due for a haircut. So it's got a bit of glitter on there. And then I'm going to get my Stampin' Right marker in the bubble bath, and I'm just going to flick a little bit of colour on the page. Turn the card around so it goes the right direction. And there it is with the, I hope you can see the splatters from there. So just a little bit of splatters. It's got Wink of Stella on there and it gives it a look. As I said, this is a perfect card for celebrations of any form. Colours, you can choose whatever colour you want. As I said, I use designer series paper here. Hello, Sharon. Oh, that's all right. How are you going? Doesn't matter, you've always got the replay to watch. So as I said, I've used designer series paper here and cardstock on these too. So depending on the look you want, you can go for anything. If you want an all white look, my suggestion is to cut extra hearts to put over in the corners. That's only the top of the hearts, but you can die cut them out and use them that way. And look, I think it's a brilliant idea. When I saw Jay post a photo of it, I had to work out how to do it because it is lovely. This one, it's got a bit of whimsical about it, but these have turned out, and even though that's frayed on that one, I still like it. And as I said, this pink one is soft. So whatever colours you want, you can make a really cute, celebrative card for anyone. So I hope you like it and that you've enjoyed it. I'll be back next Monday. Then I'll be leaving for On Stage. Woohoo! Can you believe it? On stage. So it won't be far away. And then I'll be back the following Monday. At this stage, I'm not sure what time I'm coming home, but and how I'll feel. So keep an eye out in the posts, because the Monday after On Stage, I may or may not be live, but even if I come live and just let you know what we've done and show you some of the swaps that I've been doing. Thank you, Miss Kay. So, as I said, each card has got a very different look, yet the context of the card is exactly the same, and it is very simple and very easy. Now, I did promise, if you stayed to the end, I'm going to show you what we did with Michael Catanart. Now, if you haven't followed him, you need to go to Michael's card art and have a look at his work, because Kay was there with me and he is amazing. So this is my framed piece of work that we did. I always make sure I catch up with me. Come on, Facebook, catch up. There we go, I have got it right. I might turn this light off because it's right. Did I get the right one? No, I didn't. I'll turn that light off. Hello, Wendy. Just making sure that the light has gone off. So, yeah, that's it. So this is where we learned from Michael about colour, how to use colour. Yeah, he was so inspiring, and he's certainly got me looking very differently. So with this, I've had a piece of scenic paper. I've got a piece of vellum that's been embossed, coloured, and gold embossed with heat embossing. Our colouring, using different colouring techniques for all of these things, and then we put it together in a frame, and it was amazing. We then learnt about embossing paste and colouring, and I've embossed and heat embossed it, and I haven't got round to finishing it. I've got the stems on, and as you can see, the colours have changed from top to bottom, and yeah, I've now got to decide what I'm going to do with the rest of it and then put it into a card. It was a stunning event with Michael, absolutely stunning. I'll put those two there. And I would certainly recommend for anyone who has not followed Michael's card art to have a look at his pieces of work. I mean, they are masterpieces, each and every one of them. His knowledge of colour, now Kay, correct me if I'm wrong, his knowledge of colour is absolutely breathtaking. And trust yourself in the process, because it's easy for us to go away. Like these leaves, I've got 3 different colours in there I would not have put together for a leaf, but the autumnal look that these leaves have given here is just amazing. And these are all done with sponge daubers here. There we used blends. We used sponge daubers, mainly sponge daubers. Michael's very big on sponge daubers. Yeah, we will have to do it again. I'm sure Michael will do it, because he absolutely loved getting together with us all. And we had 16 of us, Kay, and of our team members together. And I don't think anyone walked away disappointed. And the placement of items you put on your card, that's correct. Yes, Michael's, the way he would teach us, we would go one way and he'd say, no, change it, do it this way. As Kay found out herself, she wasn't 100% happy, but then he told her to do it a different way, and it changed the whole look of the card and what she was doing. So it's, yeah, he's just stunning. So I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with Michael, and I could have spent a week with him, and I think I still wouldn't have learnt everything that I wanted to know. So he was lovely. So that was a really big weekend on Saturday, a big day on Saturday doing that, but it was well worth it. But these were the cards I've done today. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I will catch you next Monday, same time, same place, and we'll see you then. You're right, Kay. Okay. I will say goodbye, everyone, and I'll see you 1:30 next Monday here on Facebook or YouTube if you're watching the replay. Bye, everyone.